There is a very believable theory out about the next Assassin's Creed game, and it might be going to a location that many of us have been asking for. Spyro Reignited Trilogy is one of the more anticipated games of fall, and we got some information on that, and it's not the best information I could have asked for. The game is actually going to require an internet connection and require you to download a couple of the games. The Walking Dead The Final Season has gotten a demo, and it's available on the PlayStation 4 right now. We've got some news on the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 beta, and a free-to-play PlayStation 4 title that we've talked a bit about has been officially released in Japan. Hopefully it comes stateside at some point. We also have a new trailer for that game. More on that at the end of this video. First, let's talk about the next Assassin's Creed game, not Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the game after that. Now, we know that AC Odyssey is set in Greece. We know that AC Origins was, of course, set in Egypt. And now there's a pretty convincing theory that has come out from Game Rant, a Redditor who goes by the username Dokta Manhattan. And if you go to Assassin's Creed 3, there's an image that displays the ancient Egyptians' Eyes of Horus symbol and the Omega letter from the Greek alphabet on a wall. Those are the first two images representative of Assassin's Creed Origins and Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The third image, however, is a Japanese symbol seen on the entrances of many Shinto shrines. This is something we've been asking for so long. Going back to 2011, the early Assassin's Creed games, I've always wanted an Assassin's Creed title set in feudal Japan. It just seems like a match made in heaven, and while I do like the Greece setting of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I think with Odyssey, many wanted this year's AC title to be in Japan. While it isn't this year, it looks like very soon we might be getting an Assassin's Creed game in Japan. Now, if that Assassin's Creed game is released next year, I don't know how to feel about that. I thought they did really well with taking a break in 2016, not releasing a new Assassin's Creed game, and that made Assassin's Creed Origins feel more fresh than ever. Now they're going right back to the well. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is releasing this year. We're getting another Assassin's Creed game next year. I know Origins did very well commercially, so from a business standpoint, Ubisoft is all too inclined to release another Assassin's Creed game, but I think we're just gonna end up falling in the same pitfalls, and that would be unfortunate. But an Assassin's Creed game in Japan, I think that's something gamers would be all over. Moving on from that, something that gamers aren't all over is the fact that the Spyro Reignited Trilogy, yes, it is coming out physically, but it is going to require an internet connection, and you're gonna have to download Ripto's Rage as well as Year of the Dragon. That is so odd to me. We are on a Blu-ray platform. How can you not load all three games on one disc? That is so odd. Now, this also begs the question, is this something that once this disc downloads those two games, that's going to be tied to your account? Then I understand why Activision is doing it. It's to prevent used games and pre-owned sales of the games, and that's unfortunate. Why not just make it a digital-only release at that point? I don't think many would have complained about the game being a digital-only release. However, there is that precedent of Crash Bandicoot: The Insane Trilogy being released physically. So this is just very odd. We'll have to wait and see and hear on more information about Spyro Reignited Trilogy. If this is an instance where you put in the disc and then it fetches the two other games and then those are tied to your PlayStation Network account, that would be very unfortunate, because that means if you let a friend borrow the game, they would only be able to play the first Spyro game. Maybe that's their idea. Yes, you can still let your friends borrow the game, but they're only going to be able to play the first title. The other two they'll have to buy. That also begs the question, are the games going to be released separately on the PlayStation Store? Because if you did borrow the game from a friend, you played through the first game, do you have to buy the entire trilogy again, or can you buy games 2 and 3 separately? Just a lot of questions unanswered about this. As we hear more, we will be sure to let you guys know.
Things that get us psyched. So for example, we just saw the idol who had a metal shield, and these guys all have like marshmallows on sticks, so we turned his metal shield into the top of a barbecue.
Of course, because why wouldn't you?
Because why wouldn't an idol who has a hot dog on a stick also have a barbecue?
Yeah, of course. Peter, maybe you can speak to this too, because you've been awfully quiet over there.
I have been.
Sir.
I just chime in a little bit, that's all.
But tell us a little bit about, I know that exploration is key in this game. I mean, is that something that you guys embraced during the development process?
Yeah. Moving on from that, The Walking Dead The Final Season is coming later this month, but we have a demo for the game. You can check out a free 15-minute demo of the Final Season's demo. This is the first 15 minutes of the game, the first 15 minutes of episode 1. Obviously, I would not recommend you to play this until you have completed every other Walking Dead game. And if you've yet to get invested into the Telltale's Walking Dead experience, then I have some great information for you, because The Walking Dead The Final Season's pre-order bonus is absolutely fantastic. If you pre-order The Walking Dead Final Season, you will get every other Walking Dead season for free. That includes The Walking Dead Season 1, Season 2, A New Frontier, as well as the mini-series. And the final season is only $19.99, so to get all of that content for that price, that is an absolute bargain. A perfect opportunity for you to experience the entirety of Walking Dead, which has been incredible incredible the whole way through. And as I've mentioned in the past, it really is an end of an era for this series to come to an end, as it really did begin a spark of a lot of story-driven games being released. And we know that The Walking Dead opened the door for many other Telltale experiences, including Tales from the Borderlands, The Wolf Among Us, Batman, a Telltale series, Minecraft, a Telltale series. There have just been so many Telltale series that I never saw coming, but it's great to see that The Walking Dead opened the door for all of that. And if you've been following it all this time, again, PlayStation Store right now, you can check out a free 15-minute demo of the final season.
Without monsters. I know. What's the first rule? Never go alone. Never go alone, right. And what do we do when the monsters come? We shoot them in the head. And what else? Always save the last bullet for yourself.
Moving on from that, many are excited about Call of Duty Black Ops 4, many are not so excited, but if you want a taste of the game, of course you'll want to check out the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 beta. And according to online reports, the Black Ops 4 beta is around a 31GB download, so make sure you've got the storage space available on your PlayStation 4. And if you pre-order the game, codes were sent out starting a few hours ago, so check your email right now and you might have a beta code waiting for you. And the Black Ops 4 beta itself will include 6 maps as well as several play modes. You might be wondering about Black Ops, the Battle Royale mode. Well, that will be getting its own beta later next month. Here's the official post. Players will begin fighting through 6 maps, 2 of which will make their first public appearance. Additionally, fans will play new specialists and reacquaint themselves with returning specialists Nomad and Prophet, who will be bringing them brand new gameplay mechanics built for Black Ops 4. The private multiplayer beta will feature fan-favorite game modes like Team Deathmatch, Domination, Hardpoint, and Search and Destroy, alongside our brand new objective-based game mode Control, which was designed to bring out the best of Black Ops 4 multiplayer gameplay. The official Black Ops 4 release will come on October 12th.
The game paced down a little bit, great decision making in that loop with the healing as its own mechanic now. The fog of war changes and a lot more.
Right, so you talked about customization. So the Pick 10 returns. Can you tell us how it's changing and how it's staying the same in Black Ops 4?
Yeah, so there's a couple at the highest level. The main change is that every weapon, right, is if you play a lot of Call of Duty, you would know that like every assault rifle pretty much has the same attachments across the base. So one change is that every single weapon is its own little character or brand, or we say snowflake. And it makes it like.
And lastly, the free-to-play mech multiplayer game Border Break is now available on PlayStation 4 in Japan. There's a new trailer that's been released for the game, and the game does look pretty slick. Unfortunately, we don't have it here in the States, but the game is getting so much anticipation in Japan that there is even a limited edition PlayStation 4 model. Yes, a PlayStation 4 model of a free-to-play game. That's pretty incredible. I think the only other free-to-play game that has gone to console was Fortnite, so that is incredible that a game like Border Break has gone that. Of course, only available in Japan, but maybe if it's received well enough, at some point down the line we can get it over here in the States as well. I think it's a game that would be received rather well, and as the PlayStation 4 continues to expand its library of free-to-play games, I think Border Break is a title that in 2019 would be rather well received by the PlayStation community, but at this point we don't have an official announcement on that. That is going to conclude this video. It looks like the next Assassin's Creed game could take place in Japan. Is that something you would be all for? Or are you burned out of Assassin's Creed and even a Japan setting wouldn't be enough? Spyro the Reignited Trilogy has gotten some very odd news. It looks like you're going to have to download episodes 2 and 3. I need to hear more information about this before I make a final judgment. But if this means we can't let friends borrow the game or we can't trade the game in, that is really, really unfortunate. The Walking Dead, the final season, has its demo released on the PlayStation 4. Remember that if you pre-order the game, you will get every other Walking Dead season as a pre-order bonus. Codes for the Black Ops 4 multiplayer beta are being sent out to those of you that have pre-ordered the game, so make sure to check your email. And Border Break has been released in Japan. It's a free-to-play mech game. No word on if we will see a release stateside. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.
you.